Or a drummer.
Yeah, yeah, it's killing it. Carl and Brendan here from Games, Brains and Headbanging Life, gbhblofficial for short, and it's reaction time as we're checking out a track from GoreSkinCoffin, a track called Lamentations for a Broken Angel. No, I'm not even going to pretend. I don't even remember if you wrote a review for this. I may have, don't know.
I did write a review for this very, very long time ago.
Oh, it's that long ago,
This was,
yeah?
yeah. I mean, the review went out the first week of January.
Hold up, have we done a reaction to this before? GoreSkinCoffin. Have we done that? No? Okay.
Nah. I think you're thinking of Arborea, which was about a week after this one.
Yep.
But yeah, so this album come out. The album's called "Release My Suffering" by GoreSkinCoffin, who are a Californian black and death metal band.
Yep.
Pretty heavy stuff. This was their third album, although I didn't know anything about them at the time, so I weren't like, oh yeah, I love the first two or anything. I had no idea. This was one that came across the website. I listened to it. It was my first album of the year that I reviewed. And it was also my first 10 out of 10. I love this album.
This now is ringing a bell.
I think it's phenomenal, and I think to like label these guys as simply a black and death band does them no justice whatsoever.
Really?
Because while they are blackened and there's plenty of death, there's also a lot more than that too. But you know, it's a pretty short album. There's like 7 or 8 tracks on it, I think, if I remember correctly. It's only about half hour long. So again, that was quite refreshing. I think early in the year it wasn't like 9-minute long epics or anything like that. It was a shorter blast, but they have enough going on in them. This is the last song on the album. I think I love the whole album. I think the whole album is fucking phenomenal. I've got like 6 out of the 7 tracks in my best of like 2022 playlist. The only one I didn't put in there was a minute long interlude in the middle. You know.
Okay.
So and you know, I still listen to them regularly. Like whereas some songs that are in there, I'm like, oh, I might skip that one today. Like this stuff comes on, I'm pretty much always on it. And this is my favorite song on the album. So yeah, that's it.
It is always fascinating to hear Brendan wax lyrical about an album he loves. Not just because obviously it's something he loves, so it's always good to hear the passion come from his voice, but it's often when you then look at the band in relation to what we're about to look at in regards to streams. So this video, it was up on YouTube as of January 23rd, January 23, 2022. This year, almost a year ago, so about 10 months ago. Do you know what I mean? So that's, well, yeah, no, it is 10 months as of the time recording. It's Wednesday, the 23rd of November. That is 10 months ago exactly. It has had 63 views, one less than GoreSkinCoffin's subscribers, 64. The description is just a review from avenoctum.com, which makes me laugh as well. Don't even just stick that in. That'll cover the gist of about the song. It fascinates me because not because I think, oh, people should check them out because I don't know the song, so I can't judge that itself. However, but you saying what you say, and then I attach it to that, and I'm like, that is fascinating. It speaks volumes about the whole streaming world and the YouTube and how difficult it is to make any ground. But bloody hell, that's low.
There's too many bands and too many songs now. But yeah, you're right, it is low. You know, 3 albums into their career. So, you know, fingers crossed they're doing all right outside of YouTube views. Do you know what I mean? But
yeah,
like it's just one of those things. Like for every song I've heard, you know, you've heard 100 different ones. Someone else heard 100 different ones, and the crossover. It's like it's so spread out now. Like, do you know what I mean? Like the chances of us all running into songs. The simple thing with this one, though, and sometimes you have to say about the band as well. Like realistically, I would never have found this at all if it hadn't have been for the fact that it was sent to us for review. I don't know how I would have come across this. Like it's not, you know, obviously for costs and everything, it's not like it's being marketed. It's not like I remember seeing it everywhere in January or anything like that. It's so difficult now, isn't it? Which is why I guess it's so important for bands these days, man, that those reviewers and promo companies and all that like exist, because I don't know how else you get it out there.
Yep, it is an important thing. Brendan's rightly pointed out, you know, we do reviews, always get your shit to us. Just do not send me an email saying, here's an album on Spotify. Can you listen to it, please? It came out a month ago, because I'm just going to delete your email. That is not how we operate. We do in advance. Yeah, come on, people, help us out a little bit, yeah? And give us as much detail as possible. That would really make our lives easier. Yeah, that as well. Okay, let's check out Lamentations for a Broken Angel. I'm stoked to give it a go. Let's do this in 3, 2, 1, go.
Real drummer.
Yeah, it's killing it.
There we go.
Yeah, all right.
It's a lot packed into a relatively short song.
It does feel short, weirdly enough. It's like, if that had gone another minute or two, I don't know if I would have complained. I don't know where to put that minute or two, because the concise nature of it worked so heavily in my favor, like in regard to
Yeah,
enjoyment and not
you
getting
can't
too distracted.
you can't make the drummer go for another 2 minutes either, man. That'd be unfair.
Yeah, at first I was like, okay, we got some blast beats, so it'll calm it down, but it's just non-stop, like all the way through. It's just, it's poor feet. It's poor fucking feet,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, that's an amazing track. Here's the thing. I thought it was a great track up until the end, when we get this spoken word bit, we get a different shift in the guitar tone. There's almost a post-like ring to the way that plays out.
Hmm.
That turns it from a great track, say an 8.5 and 9, to a 9.5, maybe even a 10. It's just that extra level, that extra stage that makes me go, what? That's why I started laughing during it, because sometimes I'm laughing when it's just like so stopped me in my tracks. It's incredible, but it's also an deeply complex track. I mean, the guitars are extremely complex. You notice it immediately from the start. And at first I was like, shit, is this going to be messy? Because it sounds messy to begin with. But man, oh man, does that settle really nicely in my brain, like quickly, and I get used to it and I understand it, particularly as obviously those complexities drift away and we get something that's maybe a bit more traditional black metal riff here and there and stuff like that. But that's balanced by having what is also at its core, to me, a Black and Death sort of sound. Not exclusively black metal, but not exclusively death metal. You utilize both elements. You obviously see that in the variation in the vocals and the vocal styles, is you have one that has a more traditional I'm in a forest screaming at the sky in the dead of the night kind of thing, and you've got a deeper growlier, more
Yeah.
like, oh no, actually I'm hanging out in a graveyard eating or ripping up bodies. And that's all cool and all, but like, what's really the thing that I just keep coming back to is that sounds so fucking big. That sounds grand without it utilizing or doing things that normally make a track sound grand. And you know what I mean? I'm not just talking about symphonic elements or elements like that. I'm talking about a massive chorus, extended this, a lengthy soloing. Maybe it's a part that just drops it into melody and then builds it back up towards a wall of noise. None of that's there, yet it still sounds really, really fucking grand. I get that as that as a finale, I get it. Like that outro as well, like leading to the end of the album. My God, does that make so much fucking sense? How satisfying that must be on that album. If that's how you end with, I can't even imagine. But aside from all of that, for me, it's also really got, like, at times as well, it's got this really meaty, robust sound in the guitars and stuff that you don't normally get when you're dealing with kind of black metal. Some that kind of sound a little bit raw and jagged and things like that, which don't do it any favors. But like for me, that's there in this track, but it's not utilized in the same way. I think that's incredible. I can't believe, well, based on one track, I can't believe that more people aren't paying attention.
Yeah, like we said at the beginning, man, you didn't know at the time, but whether 63 views was worthy or they deserved more, like I said, it's difficult to get this stuff out there sometimes, but
Yep.
it is black and death metal, but like I feel like there's more to it. It is not just straight up that. Like I don't think there's, well, like you said, it's weird in a way because it's not like it's more because there's different instruments in play or anything. There isn't. It's just the way they're using them. It's the structure of the song and the patterns and stuff like that. Sometimes it feels almost like the drummer's just got free reign. Like you just go fucking ballistic and do whatever you want for the rest of the song. We're gonna play a standard kind of structure.
Yeah.
And in a way, it sounds like when you talk about it, like, oh, it must be chaotic to listen to. But I said the same thing as you did in our review. Is like it is chaos, but it works and it settles and it's organized chaos. And you never feel lost in it or anything like that. It's just like, yeah, this is fucking good music, man. This is good shit. This is, I remember, like, and as well, I think maybe, I don't know if this is off putting or not, but like when I first got the album, I thought it was short. I was like, all right, sweet, it's going to be a pretty bang average. I saw the band's name, GoreSkinCoffin. I saw the 20 odd minute long album, 7 tracks on that. I was like, all right, it's going to be a blast of grindcore, know what's coming and all that, which probably also helped me in a way because then when I played it and I was like, holy fuck, this wasn't what I was expecting.
Yeah.
And this kind of sound, this tone they have, these drums, this variation that they play in the songs and the structures, it is across the whole album. This is a whole album of songs Not like that, as in it sounds repetitive, but that style is what the album is, which is why it ended up so highly rated by me by the end.
You got lucky with that one, I think, getting that review before I managed to sneak in there. Because you're right, had I seen the name, I would have probably been drawn to it based off the fact that I would have seen it and thought, yeah, this is going to be a 25, 30-minute blast. And some, like we said at the start, sometimes when we review music, that is incredibly refreshing because it's easy often to write about without having to go into too much detail about fucking instruments and all that. So it would have been quite a spectacular surprise to find something, as you say, so detailed into that. Listen, folks, that's a brilliant track. You would have listened along with us. I hope you feel the same. That is a brilliant track. It is definitely an album worth checking out of. I suspect it's likely, if that's refreshed in your mind, to be in our end of year lists. Well, your end of list years for sure, because you've listened to the full thing. But yeah, I'm thoroughly impressed by that. Really, really am.
Oh, good.
If it was a battle reaction, you know, won. There you go. Guys, what do you think? Got any thoughts, Nick? You know what to do. Let us know in the comments.
Thank you very much for watching. If you liked what you saw, please help us out by giving us a thumbs up and hitting that subscribe button. If you really liked what you saw, consider donating to keep the website and channel running by buying us a coffee via our coffee page or picking up some merch from our Big Cartel store. You can check us out on gbhbl.com as well as via our social media, Facebook, Instagram and Twitter, as well as listen to our interviews via SoundCloud, Apple Music and Spotify. Just search for GBHBL. Games, horror and heavy metal. What else is life for?